Today is November 18th, 10 o'clock on the West Coast. What's going on there?
Alright, so protesters, 3 to 4 protesters, have stormed into Legco building, which is the equivalent of your US Congress, and they're protesting Article 23, which is the an Internet Regulation Act that will criminalize criminal intent on the web. So a crime doesn't actually have to be taking place, just the intent of a crime will get you arrested. And this has enraged a bunch of netizens, and they've attacked the Legco building. They've thrown glass into the wall, and they've damaged, and the rumor is 3 to 4 people have gone in, and right now, standing behind me, there are police with their batons and riot shields up, so they're on standby. They weren't here earlier, and they've just arrived in the last 10 minutes, and they're on standby here as things have escalated now, and a few scuffles ensued previously, with pepper spray being sprayed as well.
Are the views of protesters the views of the other protesters?
Right, so these are not the students, these are different protesters. These are more radical people. They're from Hong Kong Golden. Hong Kong Golden is a forum, an internet-based forum here in Hong Kong, where these protesters have organized today's protest, and what they've done is they've turned this thing violent. These are not the students. These are the netizens who've gotten together and done this action. Actually, the students tried to stop them from pursuing this aggressive course of action. So this is definitely different to what's going on here with the pro-democracy protests.
Do you think that the police will take it out on the crowd? Are you in any danger right now?
We've seen that already. They've already had a few rounds of scuffles earlier. So this is the situation that's been calmed down now. So this is the things are now more peaceful than they were about 10-15 minutes ago. So this is a calm situation compared to what it was.
And just to confirm, you have your face pass, you have your helmet on, where
Right, well the reason is a charge could happen at any time, right? We've seen it happen without warnings, so it's better to just be prepared. So you can see a lot of the protesters behind the barricades, they have their helmets on, they have all their gear ready. You have first aid here as well. So this is the line that's separating protesters across that barricade and the police officers which are here. So there's a bit of a gap separating the two parties at the moment. But there is a heavy presence down at this corner. We can hear the alarm siren ringing. I'm not too sure. Oh, so you can see there's a bit of a standoff in front of us. You can see there's a large group of protesters with their umbrellas open. And next to in front of them, there are at least 30 officers, and 2 cameras are recording the action or the scene right now. So there is a standoff right here in front of us.
Have the military troops in the buildings?
Sorry?
Do you believe they've gone in after the people yet? Or is it just the protesters right now?
I'm sorry, Thomas. It's a bit loud here. Could you say that one more time, please?
No worries. Just a recap for everyone what's happened inside the building.
Okay, so inside the building, many protesters tried to break. They tried to break the glass of Legco, and there's a big hole in one of the glasses. And 3 to 4 people actually went into the building. Many people attempted the break-in. So during the break-in, there was at least 50 or 100 people in the scuffles. And once they broke in, a lot of police started to arrive, and now a lot of reinforcements are here now, where I'm standing. And this standoff here, though, it has not de-escalated. It's still at a standoff situation right in front of us with the officers here and the protesters with the umbrellas open.
Very good. And James, what time?
Sorry?
What time is it? How long have you been on the street?
The time is it's 2:10 a.m. local time right now. 2:10 a.m. So where we're standing is about 3 meters behind where the protesters and police are, and we're surrounded by other media members here as well.
Just trying to get the word out on Twitter. We have about 20 right now. If you have a question for James, go ahead and write them in, and as well as if questions are working with the questions, you're also don't check the comments.
Yes.
Oh my god, you know, I ran out and I realized I didn't bring it. I just checked my bag and I realized I didn't bring it. I work for World Crypto Network.
Do you have any stalker or identity
You know, I
card?
just rushed here.
Yeah.
But you can find me. I'm on World Crypto Network. If you Google my name, you can find me on Google. My name is James Bang.
Cannot produce your identity.
Right.
Do you have any
Get into this area.
Can you Google me? Like, look at your phone. You can see my face.
There's a circus every press right here. They have to.
They need to.
They need to wear their produce identity.
Thomas, I didn't bring my press pass. I just ran out here. So it's like 2 in the morning. I was at home and then I just ran out. So they're saying if I want to carry on staying in here, that I have to have some kind of identity. So I'm just going to go outside now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No problem. I'm just going to go outside.
Do you have any other colleagues?
No.
Esther, actually, if you can try to find anything on the web.
Oh, oh God, they got my press pass. They got it. Thank you so much. World Crypto Network, WCN, and
Okay. Could you please capture this?
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna screen capture. I'm gonna screen capture this right now. Thanks, Thomas.
Whenever any police ask you, you can show
I can
that,
vouch for him
because
that he is indeed a journalist of World Crypto.
I know, because
Hey,
it will be
Timothy.
quite confusing for other police
Oh,
officers.
understood. Thank you. Thanks, Thomas, for getting that for me.
Just capture this
Okay.
in case anyone
And
asks.
show to any
Oh, thank you so much, madam. Thank you. So they've been really nice here. The media relations from the police have been really nice, and they've said if there was a screen capture that we could use that, and we have used that. And a fellow journalist here has also vouched for me. Thank you. So we can actually go back to you now, Thomas.
That was the most ever. You did a press pass, we pulled it up. Thanks to Bitcoin Art Gallery. Bitcoin Art Gallery.
Yeah, I guess my press pass is on screen now.
Yeah, we're making sure. Press pass.
Right. So this is something innovative that we've done here on WCN, a virtual press pass.
Yeah, it worked. I
And
really
it actually,
quiet the whole time.
right. So these are the barricades here that are separating the press with the rest of the protesters. So there's just a fine line of barricades right across here. and we're just going to walk towards Legco. So you can see there's a line of tents, and stood in front of there are the a line of police as well. So this is our Legco building, and this is right next to the Admiralty site. So we're in the Admiralty site of the Occupy movement, which is right next to the Legco building where we're at right now. Sorry?
It's near City Center. How did that go? Did
Yes.
you get your cars out?
Yes, the clearance today went well. There was no violent resistance. It was relatively peaceful, the clearance today, and they were able to clear parts of Timway Avenue. So Timway Avenue, which is outside Citic Tower, which is right in front of us actually. So Citic Tower is in front of us, behind this building, and that's where there was a clearance on Timway Avenue. And it all went very peacefully. Nothing happened this morning, and that happened at around 10 a.m. and it lasted through the afternoon. So that was a peaceful process, but the violence only really started after midnight here. So it's not really related to any of the clearances or any of the other Occupy activities. This is a netizen movement against Article 23 for the internet legislation.
Do we have any information on these netizens? Do they live in Hong Kong? Are they familiar? Obviously, there's going to be probably a reaction to this. Don't you think? I mean, this is a very direct kind of, not a peaceful protest.
Right, well, what's happening is the politicians are kind of using the Occupy movement as an excuse, as an excuse to kind of suppress the internet, so they can have another weapon to pick and choose political speech. So that's where these protesters, netizens are so upset. They feel like the government is using this protest to clamp down on internet freedoms.
So it's just more action solution. Chaos is an opportunity.
Correct. I mean, ordinarily, we wouldn't see such violent action when there's a legislative proposal, right? There might be a regular protest, but you wouldn't see that people breaking into Legco or storming into buildings like this. So this is definitely unprecedented. It's really turned things around from an image of being a peaceful protest, because this is the first piece of vandalism that we've actually seen here in Hong Kong. However, I have to stress, it's not the students, it's not the democracy movement, it's a separate movement, so we have to make that clear. Even though it's in the same area, it's a different group of people that's incited today's violence. So you can see here there is a barrier. So one metal barrier is what's separating the protesters behind this line of police right now during this standoff. The red flags were up earlier, however they're not up anymore right now. Things have been calm now for at least half an hour.
Yes.
We do have a question.
Sorry.
What are the intentions of people that broke into Legco? Or Legco?
So what are the what?
What are the intentions?
What were the intentions?
That's
Well, I believe it was to make a statement, because they feel like they had to escalate something because the clearance happened today. And LegCo is also where it's the building where this new legislation is set to be debated in the next couple days. So inside this building, LegCo building, is where the debate on Article 23 is due to happen in the next couple days.
Why is it named Article 23?
I guess it just happens to be the number which the bill is under.
I know this is not. Have you ever heard of 23 and there's this idea of 23 and it keeps popping up over and over again. It's a very unfortunate number of times.
Yes.
It's similar to the attack on 9/11. It's hard. Are you inside a building right now?
This is actually where, if you can see the tents in front of us, this is outdoors. We're outdoors right now. However, it's a shielded area. So it's a shielded area here. So we are outdoors. Inside of the building is where the glass is that you see. So we're standing outside, but it kind of looks indoors because of the shield, the roof that we have here.
It's been a wild 30, 40 days there in Hong Kong.
You're right. It's been really, really calm here for the last month or so. We haven't seen anything like this for a very, very long time now. But this is actually where the protesters sleep. A larger group of the students do sleep out here. So tonight they're definitely not getting any sleep.
Gonna have some rain.
Right, so you know, a lot of people saying this is not very smart because this just gives them an excuse now to just move in and clear the whole area, right? They can now say the protesters have gone violent, they're out of control.
I would pretty much agree with that.
Right, so this is, you know, really not good for the movement as a whole. It's given them a very poor image. So people actually have very mixed feelings about what's happened here tonight. You know, not everyone is supporting this action. So they've actually said the students should actually distance themselves from this action and not see it as related to the actual democracy movement. So we can hear there's some shouting going on here right now. So right in front of us here, there's a lot of shouting happening. So I'm going to put my mask on now. I'm going to put my mask on. My voice might be muffled. Students here trying to de-escalate the situation. So things have calmed down now after the shouting.
We are getting reports now from the internet that the legislator, Charles, has early 20th. What's the intention of those who read the rumor and mobilized? So I would watch out for false flag type situation. Strange going on. Mobilized perhaps early or perhaps unnecessarily. There's only a few of them. I don't know. And
And you're absolutely right. This is why people are very scared of this draconian legislation that they want to introduce to us.
Also, volume check. I turned my mic up. We've got a question from Carl. Just started watching it. He says, how can you be sure that the attackers are not part of the Occupy movement?
All right, Thomas, one more time, please.
How can you be sure the attackers are not part of the Occupy?
Okay, because their plan was exposed earlier, because they were posting it on that Hong Kong Golden Forum, which is where these more radical netizens kind of gather, and this is where the last violent at Tim Wing at the Lung Wall Road, it was organized by the same forum, Hong Kong Golden. So they've already been part of two of these violent run-ins with police. So that's where the So they're saying police have gone into the Legco building, which is not legal. They shouldn't have done that, which is what the guy said over the megaphone. So someone behind me saying, they're screaming, "Let's go, let's go!" They're ready for something. But why we say this is different to the student movement is the Hong Kong Golden Forum is where they organize today's actions, which is why we're calling them the netizens rather than students.
Yes. What he was saying is that the police cannot enter the Lego building without the approval of the of Lego.
So
they enter without authorization.
Okay, so what another press person was saying is the police should not have entered the Legco building without prior permission from Legco first.
President of Legco? The kind of president of
So they have to get permission from the president or the head of Legco before police actually go into the Legco complex, but they already went in regardless, which is what the protesters are pointing out on the megaphone. Thank you.
That's very good, and I will point out.
So that's my limited Cantonese right there, but however we got the full translation here from a Hong Kong press member. You can see helmets are going up. And people are coming in with helmets as well. I just realized standing out there might not be the smartest of things to do because there's no barricades separating the officers with the protesters, and there's only like 10 press members, and if they charge you're going to get hurt right there. I've learned that lesson.
Good idea. It's safe.
So at least I'm going to stand at a barricade here because it's, at least I can get behind. You learn from experience.
Thank you.
Right. Because, if things escalate on our left here, things could go pear-shaped all over, but we can see there's actually a bigger separation now. As before, there was a very tight gap and we couldn't see the barricade in full, but now we can see there's at least a good 1.5 meters separating the barricades where the protesters are on the other side and the police are on this side. So things have de-escalated even further now. So things are much more calm. With the police now stepping back. However, the protesters, it looks like they haven't really stepped back. They're, you can see their footsteps. You can see their footsteps right behind the umbrellas, right there. So you can see the protesters are by the barricades right here, and now there's no one here at all. So I'm just going to back out here as well. But there's a now you can see a much wider gap between the two parties in this standoff. So you could call that a bit of a de-escalation.
Definitely back out of the
right, and they've lined up in a different formation now. So I'm just going to probably move across now from this area because that area looks a bit crazy at the moment. So now I'm stood more in the middle here with in a bit more of a safer zone. But it looks like things have really calmed down from the last hour when things were very hectic and chaotic. Yeah, I've got my gas mask in my bag too, just in case. But it's good that things have really de-escalated now. It was getting really worrying when protesters were smashing the glass into the building. That's when things were really at its peak. But since then, everything seems okay now. Because previously people weren't even allowed in and out of this complex, and now they're letting people walk around freely. So we're just going to walk around a bit now, just to see more of the other areas, because it looks like things have really de-escalated. So we're just going to walk around to the full side so we can see a full picture of what's happening here right now. It's 2:30 in the morning. We're going to walk away from the front and head into the center area now, just to see. So there are a lot of people here gathered. Supplies are all on. Umbrellas, goggles.
Umbrellas and goggles.
So things are much more lively here. Hi! Oh my god, long time no see!
How you doing?
Holy shit! I haven't seen you since poker.
Well, I recognise the shirt.
Oh, that's right. I've got my Poker Stars shirt on here, and I bumped into a fellow poker player here we used to play some cards together with. It's a small world, isn't it? You look like you're ready to go to work.
I just finished work.
Oh, you just finished work?
Yeah.
You're in banking, aren't you?
No.
No?
No.
Figured it was late trading hours, hey?
Yeah.
So we've seen more friends here now. So as we've walked inside the safe zone or protester zone, we're bumping into familiar faces. Haven't seen you in years, so it's good to see you.
How's business? You work.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you later. See you. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
You're doing live?
Yeah, we're live, so say hi.
Hi, man. Where are you, man?
He's in America.
Oh, okay. Is it live?
We are live, yeah.
Live to...
To the world. The world's watching on YouTube.
This is live to public.
Yeah, it's live to the public on YouTube. Even you can watch it on your phone.
Okay. It's better just to watch with your eyes.
Yeah, but it's better to focus on these guys in the front here, because they're the people more likely to do something.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's good to see you again. Take care. Bye, guys.
Alright.
Bye.
Take care, man.
Thanks. You too.
Very cool. We got to see some old friends. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see ally faces here, because I was in hostile territory right in front of the cops for the past, half hour of this broadcast. And, you never know when they will charge, and when I'm just a meter in front of them, I'm obstacle number one before they reach the protesters. So it definitely doesn't feel good where I was right there. Standing right in front of the cops. Between the protesters and the cops is where the press is, sandwiched between the two parties. But I think what the media relation people have... No, I was basically in the middle of a war zone, but what made me feel a bit safer there was that the media relations lady specifically pointed me out to the rest of the PCs, that I was press after you showed that. And I stood there long enough for them to realize. So, and I didn't really make fun of them. I didn't do no cop jokes or didn't really criticize them that heavily. I was kind of playing nice there with my words. Oh shit. Something's happened. There's a lot of shouting inside. Looks like I might have left at either the best moment or the worst moment, depending on whose point of view. So we were trying to leave this area to show the rest, but we're back here now. So it does look like if anything is to happen, it will be here, not anywhere else. So you can hear the loud megaphone now. Things have gotten really tense again. There's swearing going on. Hakking, which is black cops. So the insults are being traded. This is definitely not how it was when we left this place not 1 minute ago. And more people are flooding to the front now to kind of support. And I'm putting my mask on now. Give me a second. Alright, so you can see here, Rose has hundreds of protesters right in front of the police now. There's a lot of shouting going on, swearing at the cops. They're warning the people at the front now. The protesters are warning the people in the front to get all your gear on. And if you don't want to get hurt, leave the front, is what they're saying.
Are you in live?
Yeah, we're live.
Are you in live?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Where? We're live on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah, you can watch it on your phone.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Someone just asked, are we live? You can see barricades are being moved. You can hear barricades. Umbrellas are being pushed to the front. Things have really, really escalated now. You hear whistles. You hear whistles. Umbrellas going to the front. It's really, really chaotic. Really, really chaotic here. You can see supplies are being passed to the front now. And I really shouldn't be here. If they charge, they're going to charge right in. So we got to find a way out. Our way out is here. This is the on-ramp onto the park. So if shit goes down, we've got to immediately run up here. I've got to immediately run up here. So with that, someone says good luck with that. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna, cops are just gonna charge. So now I'm gonna prepare my fucking stretchers so I can get the fuck out of here. Wow. Oh my god. There's a lot of pushing going on. Holy, they've got their shields. Umbrellas are up on the front as well. Red flags are up, red flags are up, red flags are up. Red flags are up by the police. Huh?
Charging.
Yeah, I know, they're charging. The police are going to charge. The police are getting ready for their charge. Red flags are up. The police's flag.
This was just building up towards this. Tensions were really just building up towards a big scuffle, which looks like it might happen any second now. Police are now warning the citizens they will charge. They've warned them they will charge if they don't stop. Hi Susan, be careful. Do you need a mask? Do you need a mask? Don't say it, the red flag's up. Susan, we're going to breathe pepper spray. You need a mask. I got one right here for you. Susan, here you go. Here. Do you guys need goggles? Okay. So another journalist is here as well. She's really brave to be right at the front with us. Do you see police red flags up right now? There it is. I'm just going to tie up my property. I'm just going to tie up my stuff now because the charge is coming. You're welcome. You're welcome. So police have also said they will charge. They've given a verbal warning. We've got to get up here if it happens. We have to get ready. 2 flags. Oh, there we go. Let's get ready for your back. Get ready. Get ready. Shit. Shit. It started. It started. It started. It started. The scuffles have started. So, this is a real fight. This is the very front right now. We're back at the front. So the people who are chanting for the police to calm down. That's what they're chanting right now. So we can see in front of us, right in front of us is where the protesters and the police are right now. And there's nothing. So things have happened on the backside here. We're not sure what's happened. There's a lot of charging, a lot of whistling. We're not sure what's happening there. And people looks like a bunch of police have come in and are starting to clear. A big, all these officers are now. Oh shit! Oh shit! Big line of police reinforcement has arrived, and they're fighting their way in. Police are fighting their way into the crowd. Oh shit! Now we're stuck in here. Police now have formed a line. They have formed a line. They formed a line now. Second, so what they've kettled in the protesters. Oh shit! There's a scuffle. There's a big scuffle. We're trying to get away from a big scuffle now. There's a big scuffle. I've managed to step back, but there's fights. The police are attacking the protesters. Police are attacking the protesters. We need to get rid of the tents. I'm going to help the protesters. Move the tents. Move the tents. We have to clear our own tents now. Move the tents. We have to get the tents out of here to make room so people can escape. So I'm going to help them move these fucking tents out. So I'm being helped by... I'll take it all the way. I'm helping the protesters here move the tents back so that we have a route to escape.
嗰度都有事，行草叢過，唔好嗰條草叢，唔好行嗰個出口過，行草叢直接多出嚟過，有事。
去公園啊，係咪啊？
冇行公園，
冇出公園，就係走去嗰邊啊？
好撚易俾人夾嗰度。
咪住嗰度咪
呢度可以行到出去，呢度
嗰度出到啊？
嗰度抌爛草叢出。
Okay, so everyone's preparing for an exit route, helping each other where to go and what to do.
Drink some water, James.
So you can see the situation is calm again where I am. However, right in front, the umbrellas are up, not a few meters ahead of us. But this area, so they're trying to arrest the protester, and this has resulted in another scuffle right here, right in front of us. So they've highlighted a protester to arrest. So what's happened here was a police officer from inside identified a protester
protester that they wanted to arrest, and they picked that one protester specifically out of the crowd, which is what resulted in this other scuffle right in front of me now. So this scuffle was just down there. Now I'm in the middle of this scuffle. I'm stuck here now in the middle between the cops and protesters. Got nowhere to go. I'm just going to stand here and just broadcast from the front lines right now. So there's a big row of protesters right in front of me, and there's really nothing separating the two parties at the moment. There's maybe 50 centimeters of leg room between the two parties right now. So we pray nothing happens, because if something happens here, it's definitely not good news. There's nothing separating the protesters or police. So things have really escalated here in the last 10 minutes or so, starting from the initial scuffle there on the far right area where we witnessed the standoff. So that standoff escalated to other scuffles here in the center point area, and press members here in front of us were turned away. Press members were pushed away by police officers right in front of us here, and this is why there was another scuffle. And there's someone here actually speaking in English.
This is the freedom of press. You don't even know what I'm talking about, man.
So he's saying that there's freedom of press. There's freedom of press that was violated right now, where a member of the press with a video camera was prevented from entering this cordoned area, which is cordoned with police officers. And so protesters now I have room behind me now. Things have de-escalated at this area, so I can now step away. And that gentleman speaking in English is a former Canadian Special Forces. He's like a Navy SEAL. He's a Canadian Special Forces former military personnel who's a Hong Kong person. He was featured in the newspaper. Sorry. So I guess the clearance today and the protest by the netizens has really triggered this, and it's just reached a tipping point right now. There's a lot of people charging towards the middle. We're just going to go there right now. We're back inside the Legislature complex again. We're right inside now. We can see media, police. They're all lined up in front of the building. So we're back to where we started again. Hey, how you doing? You too, take care, be careful. Okay. You too, take care. Good to see you. That's our friend here, who we've recognized, another friend. So we're back again where things escalated from originally. So the outside areas have calmed down, but police have now surrounded this entire complex. So we are essentially blocked in now. We are now blocked. So we can see the officers actually performed a quick snatch and grab operation there, where they just quickly identified a protester and grabbed him into the police. And we also saw them prevent press with credentials, big video camera from moving into the area. So this is very smart. It's like a personal shield, a personal barricade, which is very, very cool. I'd love one of those. This is a very good thing to have, actually. So we're back here where tensions are high with verbal tirades being thrown at the police officers over the megaphone right now. But it's justifiably so, just witnessing the kind of aggressive action that was taken. They do have a right to be very upset at the moment. They did a snatch and grab. They identified him. A squad of 6 came in, snatched him from the protest crowd and dragged him inside. It was a quick snatch and grab. They knew who their target was and predetermined to get him. They're wondering what happened to their friend. So I explained what happened to their friend earlier. So they're saying Lanjing means calm. So they're asking for people to remain calm. So Lanji, they're saying they're telling people to remain calm and to not charge the police. So the message here from the police megaphone is stay calm and do not charge the officers. And now the So the shouts back from the protesters are, "We'd be calm if you didn't act so aggressively." But things are quiet again. I can actually hear myself now. The volume's gone down. I'm just gonna take my goggles off here. It's not having very much success taking this off.
So where I am, it's a bit calmer here. We're about 5 meters behind where the commotion's happening right now. So the protesters are booing the message of keep calm from the police officers right now. But there's still a big line of officers still surrounding the entire Legco complex right now.
Is there any way out?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's blocked. I'm not too sure. Earlier it was, but things change all the time. But if we look in front of us right now, we'll see protesters are actually leaving this area. They're moving. They're saying don't leave. They're saying don't leave. But you can see there's a big group of them actually leaving this area. So I'm assuming yes, you can leave now. And they're headed to another spot. We're not sure why, but the people here are saying don't all of you leave. But it's loud over there as well, so we're gonna go check out what's happening. Why, just investigate why everyone left in a sudden hurry. We really haven't witnessed a night like this for really like a month now, like you said. It's been very violent all night across the entire Legco complex. But really the actions of the police are simply appalling and inexcusable. The level of violence they've used today against unarmed protesters. You can see things are being destroyed. So it looks like just going to move in a bit more. Things are quite aggressive right now inside here. They're both asking for a peace zone. Protesters are asking for a peace zone. They're telling the police to not cross. But definitely, as we speak, the officers are surrounding Legco complex, so we might have left at the perfect time. They're definitely surrounding the entire Legco complex now. So if I wanted to have come out just 10 seconds later, I would have been stuck in there. Look, they've surrounded it now. So I would have been kettled in like a fucking sheep. See? They've kettled in the protesters. Oh, that's why people said leave. That's why people said leave. They knew this was happening. The protesters saw the Kettling formation and they warned everyone to leave. So it's no use for us to stay in there. They're stretching out. They're stretching out entirely right now as we speak. This is getting crazy. We could all face mass arrest for just being in here. Oh wow, people. Oh, I'm not even allowed out. I'm not even allowed out. We're stuck. We are stuck. We could all face mass arrest tonight.
That seems likely. Probably try to.
An ambulance has come in. There's been a serious injury. It looks like someone's been seriously injured because the stretcher's now here. Do you have my virtual press pass ready? Could be my get out of jail free card. Alright, no, I don't need it now though, but just at a second's notice would be helpful.
We'll just keep it up.
Thanks. So we're in front of the line of the protesters now. There's press and the police are right. We're sandwiched between the police and protesters. So you can see there's a big swarm of press here. There's a big line of police right behind who are also recording. And the protesters are on this side with the helmets. So we're right in the middle now. Oh no. Protesters are advancing the police. They're chanting 1, 2 and are advancing to the very front of the police. I'll step back now. So I'm now situated behind the protesters after they marched a few meters to be right in the face of the police. So you can see there's nothing separating the two now. They're face to face, they're at a face-off. You can see the big line of police officers. What they've effectively done is they've blocked the exit. So they're here at the exit. They've just surrounded the exit point right now. So like we said, they've kettled us in here and we've got nowhere to go. And this is a very common police tactic which is used by all crowd control. It was used in America, in the UK, London. They just kind of keep you contained within an area where they have the perimeter, so you've got no resources in here.
About how many people do you think are killed inside this right now?
Oh God, about good 500.
You're surrounded on all sides. How many police do you think there are?
I'd say about 300. It looks like it's 2 protesters to every 1 police officer. Oh, please be water. Oh, yes, it's water. I've located some water now, so.
We've got a comment from John in Thailand, and he says that they're definitely following UK police tactics. I wonder who trains these guys.
UK police force, and I've been researching police riot tactics as well. And this plays into the UK Tactic 101, where they just herd you in here, surround you, and it's just now a waiting game. They can advance at any time. They can selectively now pick up troublemakers one by one, identify us, and pick us out of the crowd and arrest them. So they've got the upper hand. But it looks like first aid can leave. You see here, first aid are allowed to leave. So I guess the way to leave is to kind of blend in with the ambulance for as press reporting this and to get out of here. But I'll stay. Hey Thomas, can we get you back?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh. I think seeing you helps as well with your, with your lower third and a big foreign face.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I can turn the camera settings off so the cameraman will go back.
So it just looks like a bit of a waiting game right now here. And so this guy's got a full-on gas mask here, like a SWAT team type gas mask.
Good. I'm glad to see everyone now. Getting prepared.
So there's everyone right in the front has helmets on as well. So that's what the standoff looks like right now. The local time here is 3:15 a.m. and it's Tuesday night. It's going on Wednesday, so it's now officially Wednesday morning, 3:16 a.m. here in Hong Kong. And police are facing off with students now inside the Legico complex, not a meter separating the two parties. So nothing's happening at the standoff. But I know how they operate. They operate as a unit, so if they move, this whole line's going to move. So we're still inside the line, so I'm going to move out. Right, the guys on the side aren't going to suddenly not move when the guys in the center move. They move in formation. So me standing there would have been right in the middle. Hey! Good to see you, man. Came all prepared today, huh? You want to... So this guy's from Singapore. Oh. He's a freelance photographer.
Hey there.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Samuel.
That's Samuel.
Yeah.
And he came here to cover the protests as well. I've seen him around in the Mongkok area. Never seen him like this though, all geared up with his helmet on goggles. So.
pepper sprayed earlier, so I'm not taking my chances again.
So he got pepper sprayed earlier, so
Yeah.
now he's all ready as well. So you learn from experience, Samuel. This was your first time, wasn't it?
Not really.
In Hong Kong it was, yeah?
No.
No? when did you get pepper sprayed before?
Langwo.
Oh, you got pepper sprayed before? So
Can I learn from my lessons?
So he didn't learn from his initial lesson, but something's happening down there now. You can see scuffles of people are shouting. Oh, lights are being flashed. Something's happened up on that bridge. Not sure what exactly. But there's commotion from up there, which originates from the Tamar Park area. But it's all calm again on that side. Well, I guess Samuel's a bit like me, isn't he? He didn't learn from his first incident or second incident. It took me a couple blows to really understand how they operate and protect ourselves, and where to stand, where not to stand, what, when to be prepared. You definitely, oh shit, look right in front of us. So you can see now, the reason they're getting a bit nervous here is that there's a unit, one with a flag, surrounded by 3 more senior officers in the white shirt. But they're not advancing, they're moving back, so nothing really there. But that's why the people are now facing, they were facing us inwards originally, or they still are actually. They're still looking this way. They're still looking this way right now because of the flag that they saw behind me a few seconds ago. So you can see they're all looking this way. And behind us, that's what it looks like.
Just like this, welcome to our 180
So this protester's in full gear. He even has a shield on his arm. You can see he's got armor on his side as well. So he's definitely well prepared. What time did you come? What time did you arrive?
I was here from the start. Yeah.
So you saw everything?
When he started breaking down the windows, I was there. Yeah.
Can you point us exactly where was the where's the location of the windows?
Oh, it's there on this
so
side.
It's on the side.
Yeah, on this side of the building.
Okay, on the right side of the building.
Yeah, they can't block 2 holes.
Okay. And how did they get into Legco then with only 2 holes?
Rumors say that some say that people got in, but when I was there, no one actually got in, and no one was actually in the building when the police came.
So it's unconfirmed that they actually went in. Right. So there's some shouting again. So they're working here. So they're pushing in front here, but they said that we can't go through because they're working right now. So over there, it looks like some officers have moved back towards the original position where they came from, and protesters have put up their umbrellas now. Can you give me my press pass, please? Can you switch your face to my press pass? I'm putting my pass on the screen so that they can see that I'm press. I've just put my press on the screen, my press pass here. So they have my name, they have our network now. So we're just being asked to step back a little here. So you can see the formations really changed from lining up in front of the... I know, okay. So we're back with our friend here originally, who we were with in the corner. So we're back together here now, but we're in a bit of a danger area, sandwiched between police officers and protesters right behind us. So you can see that they do have their batons, which is just positioned in front of them, almost to prevent people from going in, right? Because if there is people push forwards, you don't want to break the line. So that's maybe why they're trying to hold a solid line here. But we can see behind there's a big squad now with helmets and shields. About 30 to 40 of them. One unit is moving towards the main gate of Legco. That's the main entrance, which was previously blocked by plainclothes officers. But now we see heavy geared officers move towards the main entrance of the gate of Legco on Timway Avenue. So if you look on a map, that they've headed towards Timway Avenue. So the protesters have their own sign here. It says, "You are infringing the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights of the United Nations. You may be tried." And that's what it says in English and Chinese, which is what the protesters are showing towards the police officers and the Legco complex. That's the message there on the blue flag. So it's approaching 3:30 now. So it's been about 3 hours since the beginning of the window smashing incident, which has now escalated to several scuffles and arrests. Protesters are, however, cheering in the front. We're not sure, but they are definitely cheering. And the reason they are cheering is because the police are retreating. So with the officers retreating now, they're not really retreating. They have a new formation. So they're realigning. So protesters mistook this for a retreat. So they were wrong. They've just realigned themselves in multiple rows along the exit. So they have the plainclothes in the front. They've got the heavies in the back with the riot gear and the shields. So they've lined up in multiple rows. But no, and they're leaving. They're leaving. They're being cheered on as they leave. The protesters are cheering the police officers as they are leaving. So the police officers are peacefully retreating, and so they're just asking for the protesters to back up and not stay too close. So we'll try our best to kind of separate the police and the protesters, and the press is in the middle right now. But it is a peaceful retreat. It's the best possible solution to what's happened here tonight. A real surprising turn of events. And they're being cheered on. Police officers are being cheered on as they leave.
So this night, which could have turned out so much worse, is ending as peacefully as it possibly could have. So police are now dispersing. They're leaving the Legco complex. They're leaving the protest area. But you have to wonder: is it just a temporary retreat? And are they planning something else?
Are you allowed to?
So just a lot of cheering. But here, these guys are pissed at the police. They're swearing at the cops. These are a bit more radical protesters. They're angry at the officers, and they are still filing out. They're filing out still. As the unis are leaving, plainclothes are arriving. So we can see plainclothes police, and they do have their helmets on their side. So a large group of plainclothes, they have police on their back. So police officers in plainclothes are arriving as we see uniforms officers leaving right now. So it could be a shift change actually when you look at this. It might not be a retreat. It could be just a shift change that we're seeing right now. You see here, I mean, just as many police officers who've left have arrived. So it doesn't look like a complete retreat. We're not sure what's happening. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You didn't get hurt today?
No.
Oh, Susama,好近啊呢度。
Before about 20 minutes, I was inside.
Yes.
The young people take me here.
Oh, okay. It's so good to see you. Be careful. We want you safe. We don't want you in the front. Yes. Okay. Good to see you. Okay. Bye. Okay, I will. Bye. Oh my God, that's a 70-year-old grandmother. That's a 70-year-old grandmother. And so we can see now it's definitely a shift change. We can see there's a much larger presence here, and they're coming up all psyched up. They have their helmets, they have their batons, and they're actually cantering. They're not walking. They're in a bit of a quick bristle, and they're kind of marching in. They're marching in with their helmets on the sides, and their batons up as well. So it's definitely a shift change. They were not retreating as we had thought. It's definitely a shift change, and they've lined up all across the entrance of Legco now. Can I get my press pass? Can you show my press pass, please? I need my press pass on screen. I need my press pass. Can you please put it on screen for the officer to see? Thank you. James Bang, WCN. So I've just had my credentials checked here because they've come back in force, and we're behind the police line. We're actually, and you can see right in front of us, some commotion on the inside. But what's happened here now is the new group, this is a secondary group that has arrived to replace the other unit, and this unit now has cordoned off in a line of officers. They have cordoned off the Legco complex, and the lights have been turned off. And normally when the lights turn off, something will happen. So the lights have been turned off now. Can you keep my press pass on? Just go ahead, finish that tweet real quick. I'm okay for about 30 seconds. Hurry up with that tweet. But lights are off. So normally what the protesters have done now is the protesters are barricading themselves in, so there's no need for the police to kettle them, but by actually just surrounding the entrance, the protesters are choosing to barricade themselves in. They feel safer without this crew of 50 officers with batons and shields. They feel safer by barricading themselves inside the Legco complex. So that's what's happening right now. So police have surrounded Legco with the new unit that's arrived, and protesters are barricading themselves inside Legco right now. We can through the middle.
It's convenient, guys. No.
I mean, yeah, you're right. We can't get in. That's all right. That's all right. We're in the middle.
We got rope.
We're in the middle. That's right. If you really want to get in, just go over the barricade. Who's going to stop you?
That's true. Then again, covered in gear.
Right. So we actually thought the night was over and that the police were leaving, but as soon as we saw them leave, we speculated when they'd come back, and within seconds we saw the shift change occur. So that's what it looks like inside the Legco complex now. There's a few hundred, a good 600 protesters inside. This guy's got an anonymous mask on as well. And he's peering through the gate. And there's one opening right here, but it's pretty much the only opening across this line outside Legco complex. There's some cheering going on. And people are leaving. We're going to try and identify who's leaving. It's the plainclothes officers who we saw enter the building. These are the people that are leaving now, which is why there are cheers from the crowd again. So there were about 40 plainclothes officers with a police vest who entered the complex during that shift change, and we're not sure why, but they only stayed in there for about 5 minutes, and they have now all left. They've all left the center area. So all that's remaining now, it's mainly protesters inside the Legco complex now, as this group of plainclothes officers has left the middle. And we're just going to ask, 咁裏邊仲有冇警察㗎？執 corner 嗰度。應該就係啦。不幾廿個，係咪多唔多啊？警察裏邊？多啊！你有信有大睇有大嗰邊嗰邊啊。哦。貼玻璃嗰度。幾十個係咪？呢度望到。唔應該。So the only police presence right now is in the corner. Yep. I think it's way in. There is a way in there, yes. Are you going in? Okay. The only police presence inside now is in the corner where we saw the original standoff. And there's maybe, 20, 30 officers still? About 40 officers are still there. However, the ones in the middle have left. 想出嘅話，出唔出到㗎？你哋？佢公園出唔出到㗎 ？escape 唔 escape 到㗎？定係呢度出到得㗎？佢唔俾入啫。我係想出就出，淨係唔俾入。唔俾入。Okay, so just to confirm, 邊個想出就而家可以出啦？應該冇問題。冇問題。見到佢送咗人出。Okay。阿 Sir， 係咪出啲人係可以出，淨係入就唔俾？係咪而家係咁樣㗎？
暫時仲未有指示。
唔該晒。So I tried to ask an officer if you can leave and not enter, but I couldn't quite get a clarification there. But what the protesters were saying is they are allowing people to actually leave. However, they may not be allowed, they're definitely not allowed to enter, but we believe they are probably allowed to leave the complex if they wish to. So it may not be a full kettle, it could just be, yeah. See here, we do see a couple people leaving the area through the side. So they're definitely not stopping you from leaving if you want to go. But they just don't want any more people in. And what they're doing is using the plastic zip ties to reinforce these barricades together, which we've seen many times. The protester on our right here, he has a shield made out of water bottles and some children play mats. So this protester at the top is telling everyone inside there's 20 to 30 officers lined up. So he's kind of giving the instructions to the people inside as to where police are positioned right now. So it's very dark in here, so we really can't see much. But you can see here there was a side opening previously, but this opening is now closed. There's now no way to go through. You can see the protesters now have finished off this line along Legco, and it goes from edge to edge, about 10 meters of barricades, and now they're zip tying together. They're zip tying to. Oh, sorry, James Bang.
Okay.
Yes. Missy 話我可以 show 我嘅唔該 Thank you。我傾咗同 media relations 個Missy 兩個 Missy 唔該。個 Missy 係 suggest 用呢個㗎，係唔該。I was just verifying my press pass with a couple officers here, but we can see the zip ties are going on, and they've really barricaded themselves in totally now. So across this whole line, they've used their own barricades together with the actual gate, the gate of Legco, which is a metal gate, I guess used to control the cars, and they're zip tying together the metal barricades with this parking structure together right now. media relations 傾咗啦，Missy 係我同兩個 Missy 傾咗，唔該。Things are quite quiet again. It's quite restful. There's no more shouting or any kind of commotions on either side right now. I guess it's approaching 4 a.m. so people could be a bit tired right now at 4 a.m. so things are quite calm again. There's been no commotions or anything happening here now for about 15 minutes since the shift change.
Very exciting.
Yes, it's definitely been a crazy night. It's good to see a bit of calm right now again.
Recap for our 7 viewers. What's been going on today? Protesters attacked the legislative buildings in Hong Kong.
Yes, well, they broke the glass of Legco using, I believe they used barricades to ram into the glass complex of Legco. That's what started tonight's events and commotions.
And we believe that this was in response to yesterday's clearing of a nearby street by the police.
That probably escalated the situation here today. The tensions were very high. People were very upset at the clearance. So definitely the clearance, small clearance here on Timber Avenue this morning, along with the attack of Legco by the netizens earlier, the combination of the two really escalated today's situation into what we witnessed here tonight, the events of tonight. So it's just really, things boiled over and it kind of hit a tipping point, frustrations everywhere, and that's the result.
And the netizens,
I mean, things
because of a rumored Article 23, which would take away internet because of the occupation.
Right. And you can see, if you're able to not actually commit a crime, but just have the intent, who's to judge the intent? That's a very, very slippery slope for freedoms, not just on the internet or computers. It applies to smartphones, tablets, all mobile devices. It's not just a computers thing. So your phone, they can access all of that, not just your laptop. So they can get data from your personal cell phone, your computer, your tablets, all just on a suspicion that you may have intent to commit cybercrime. And that's what's outraged these Hong Kong golden protesters, which brought about the violent action. So we're just going to try and walk in, just to see if I can get in there. So this is the little walkthrough that's been created for people to walk in and out. So this is the one walkthrough now. So it does look like you are able to go in and out quite freely. So people just walk in through the sides and exit from the sides. But we don't know how this is going to end. It's now been, it's past 3 hours now since the beginning of the incident. But things have been relatively calm. So we're going to go outside now, just to give you a full view of what's happening. So it seems like police only restrict your movement when they initially come to set up. So once now they're set up and clear, I'm kind of free to roam around. It looks like they're always very tight on who is around them when they initially approach a new area. It's before they set their formation. But once they set their formation, people can start moving around. For now.
That's good to hear. You've got your movement back for now.
Yeah.
So, do we even believe
Hey.
there are protesters
Good
inside
to see you.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Got a spike.
You got sprayed earlier. We're just with some friends here outside. So my battery is now about to kind of run completely dry. So I'm going to need to take like a... Can we take like a 15-minute break?
Do you want me to keep the stream open, or do you want to close this and start a new stream?
If anyone's watching, it's really up to you. I'm just going to... can I log out completely? Or
Sure.
can I just... I'm just going to switch my phone off for 10-15 minutes, let it charge up again.
All right.
So are you going to leave the stream on?
I'll try to leave the stream on. I don't have anything planned.
Okay, if not, we'll connect and we'll get back with everyone after about 10-15 minutes.
All right, everyone, hold on. We're going to have a 10 to 15 minute break.
All right.
I'll play a video or something.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was James Bang live from Hong Kong. Today's Tuesday, November 18th, 2014 at around 11:48 a.m. on the West Coast. Now, I did have a video ready to go. Let me see if I can pull that up. So let's see. Just rendered earlier. So I'll go ahead and show you the premiere of the new Mad Bitcoins. I'll turn this off. But James will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes if you just want to keep this stream up. We're probably going to go with a little Mad Bitcoins footage for a little while and then see how this goes. Let me try to turn the sound up, get this set for you.
Bitcoins. Coinbase starts their own single-click Bitcoin tipping services. U.S. Marshals to auction 50,000 Bitcoin from the Silk Road. And Crypto Labs launches a new hardware wallet. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, 2014. Snap, crackle, pop, mad Bitcoins. Today's episode is sponsored by mtdiv.com. mtdiv.com is still the best place to split bills and a great use case for Bitcoin. Bookmark a page with your address for easy bill splitting in the future. Check it out at mtdiv.com. Here are today's Mad Bits. Introducing the Coinbase tip button. You can now tip with one click through Coinbase and add a tip button to your blog. Seamless Bitcoin micropayments are here at last. Thank you, Coinbase. Check it out at coinbase.com/tip. Another Bitcoin auction to be held by U.S. Marshals. In the DOJ's continuing series of selling people's property before the trial, yet another tranche of Silk Road Bitcoins are going up for sale. This time, 50,000 of them. Yowza. The rules for this auction look much improved. It seems very unlikely that anyone will forward around the list of all bidders without BCC this time. Crypto Labs launches with Bitcoin storage hardware. A new hardware Bitcoin wallet from Crypto Labs designed to fit in your pocket and with user-friendliness in mind. Looks like a large-scale version of the Trezor. Performs much the same functions too, but cold storage, storing your Bitcoins offline, not in a hot wallet, is so important that we need as many of these devices as we can get until everyone has one and keeps their Bitcoins safe offline. Meanwhile, Bitcoin prices are down 5.5%, with WinkTex reporting a last of 376, a high of 399, and a low of 372. Litecoin is at $3.75 a coin. Share, like, and comment. Your clicks count, literally. Donate and subscribe at madbitcoins.com. Follow Mad Bitcoins on Twitter at madbitcoins. Until next time, this has been Mad Bitcoin. Mad Bitcoin. Mad Bitcoin. We'll be fighting in the streets with our children at our feet, and the morals that they worship will be gone. And the men who spurred us on sit in judgment of all wrong. They decide, and the shotgun sings the song.
Welcome to the flip side. I'm DJ Booth, and that's the sound effects guy. He's new here. This week in Bitcoin news, the Illuminati. Oh, what? Don't. That's just. The Illuminati are pushing forward with their new world order to mark the beast of humanity with subdermal tracking devices. A Dutchman known as Mr. Bitcoin has had two 12mm glass devices implanted into his hands that give him superpowers and allow him to store Bitcoin inside his body. Following the procedure, Mr. Bitcoin was reportedly furious, saying he wanted a brain wallet, not a hand wallet. While being escorted out of the building, security asked to see his credentials. Mr. Bitcoin responded, "You don't need to see my identification." In an exclusive on the flip side, we have a first look at the new movie trailer for the Ethereum versus Counterparty story. Let's watch.
This summer, get ready for a whole new world of Ethereum kick-ass.
Counterparty will provide smart contract functionality and an infinitely extensible platform built on the Bitcoin blockchain. Get to the chopper now!
Starring Aaron Paul as Metallic Buterin, Adrian Grenier as Adam Krallenstein, and Rick Moranis as Evan Wagner. Together, they are taking Bitcoin to the moon. This is Gentlemen. The Ethereum.
I'm not paid to see that, I'll just download it. 130-year-old cash register company NCR has hobbled out of bed to integrate this new fandangled Bitcoin thing into its cloud-based point-of-sale system, NCR Silver. This silver-haired fox is a global juggernaut in the payments industry, processing 485 million transactions per day of chicken soup and warm tea. The aging NCR has taken on BitPay as a partner, saying they're neater than a pocket on a shirt, before going back to bed to take a nap. Rumours have been circulating this week that Super Nintendo Benjamin Lawsky will be putting down his controller after finishing his game of Bitcoin regulation. Time has run out for Lawsky and may forego his top score in early 2015. It's unclear whether he'll be upgrading to a PlayStation or Xbox. Cows across the country are breathing a sigh of relief this week when the fondness of tipping shifted to the internet. Tipping Tuesday is a thing now, with a noticeably large increase in Bitcoin tipping through ChangeTip. You can send anyone a tip, not just on Tuesday, but on any day of the week through YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, and other social networks. ChangeTip received $750,000 in seed funding in May, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Some suggest we're at a tipping point, where the generosity of Bitcoiners is a great marketing tool to increase awareness about the utility of cryptocurrencies. Go and ChangeTip. Well, that's it. Keep the fun hashing through the blockchain. Do that YouTube thing that you do. Hit the thumbs up. Click subscribe. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments. Don't forget, Bitcoiners, send me a tip if you enjoyed the show. Every little bit helps. It's more rewarding to watch money change the world than watch it accumulate. Hashtag Bitcoin. See ya.
In association with World Crypto Network.
Hey! Welcome back to This Week in Cryptos! So this is the recap for the week beginning on the 7th to the 13th of November. So let us begin. Top story. Massive darknet raid. So according to the latest news sources, 413 illicit services based on the Tor network, including Silk Road 2.0, were closed in an international crackdown on online drugs trade. Law enforcement agencies from Operation Onimus. One of the high-profile arrests was alleged Silk Road 2.0 operator Blake Bentel, a former engineer for Elon Musk's SpaceX, who recently made a $70,000 down payment in Bitcoin on a new Tesla Model S. The newfound dangers of using Tor has resulted in a tool called Torban to detect attacks on users doing transactions over the anonymous network. The Tor network is equally confused by all of the news and attacks over the network and how the services might have been located and compromised. If Tor itself doesn't even know about the nature of these attacks, is it possible that it is part of the worldwide government's conspiracy to take down Tor? A smokescreen devised by governments to rob us from the right of anonymity. To make things worse, Mark Apelles has put his face back in the spotlight, talking about how bitcoins will continue to be stolen and blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. The only good thing about all of this is that the founder of Pirate Bay, Peter Sunde, has been released from prison. Maybe he can help to shed more light on these incidents.
Other news.
Fire! Cowboy Miners, a Bitcoin mining company located in has been completely destroyed by fire! According to them, the blaze started at 4:30 a.m. on the 14th of October when just 2 people were at the facility. The damages were estimated at more than $2 million. You can check out the pictures of the blaze and the company's operations on the Flickr photo stream.
Some more news.
Conference time! La Bitcoin will be held at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil from the 6th to 7th of December. Inside Bitcoins will be held on the 20th to the 21st of this month in Paris, while its Asian counterparts will be held in Seoul on the 12th to the 13th of December, on the 29th to the 30th of January. Another upcoming conference is the Global Digital Currency Conversation, which will be taking place on the 16th to the 17th of November in Australia. Human Wallet, Money Museum, and Change Tipping. Dutch entrepreneur Martin Wismaier has become the first person in the world to embed an NFC chip into each hand to store his bitcoins and trigger his alarm clock. A Bitcoin exhibit has launched in the Money Museum in Zurich, Switzerland. And finally, as mentioned by Haladi and Cointelegraph, ChangeTip went viral last week and found itself all over Reddit and other parts of the interwebs. Speaking of which, we also have a fancy new tip URL. The link is in the description below. New Bitcoin ATMs have gone online in Paraguay, New Hampshire, Omaha, London, Melbourne, and Pennsylvania. Hey, welcome back to the Panhammer segment. So this week, for some strange reason, Ukraine decided to go cold yellow on Bitcoin. Why you do this, Ukraine? First you go and mess around with the Russian, and then you go and beg for mercy from the EU. You know very well they don't give a damn about you. You think you can survive without people put Bitcoin in your economy? Oh, my ancestor. Okay, so you want the big hammer? We give you the big hammer.
Class.
And that is all for this week in crypto. New episodes are every Saturday at these times. To read more of the stories, the links are in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you like to donate, you can use ChangeTip to tip our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or point to cryptos here. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates and reminders. And we will see you next week in crypto.
In association with World.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bitcoin Rush episode number 27. Today we are having Change Tip, the coolest way to send and receive tips online with Bitcoin. The tweet of the week, Bitcoin Rush has now over 2,000 followers on Twitter. That moves the world's first peer-to-peer prediction market. The Open Minute with HTML coin shared the bank cause and encourage technology innovations. BBC XE, a new Bitcoin converter, is creating a huge buzz this week. Altcoin Devi, active engagement in supporting the current crypto evolution. And institutional investment. Large investment firms are moving into the space of crypto. If you have not heard yet about Change Tip, then this segment is just right for you. Change Tip